The Magnificent Seven, a classic Western film, features a remarkable ensemble cast that includes Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, Robert Vaughn, Brad Dexter, James Coburn, and Horace Brooke Hulse as the Seven Gunfighters. Their mission is to protect a small Mexican village from the ruthless bandit leader, played by Eli Wallach. Amidst the backdrop of gunfights and camaraderie, a poignant moment unfolds in the life of Steve McQueen. As he faced his own mortality, McQueen reached out to a former friend to express his regrets. This call was not just a simple apology, it was a heartfelt acknowledgement of past actions that had caused pain. The weight of his illness brought clarity, prompting him to seek forgiveness for the hurt he had inflicted. This moment of vulnerability reveals the depth of his character, showcasing that even the toughest individuals can reflect on their past and strive for redemption. The emotional impact of this call resonates deeply, illustrating the human capacity for change and the importance of making amends before it is too late. When their small village faces yet another attack from the ruthless bandit Calavera, 3 Mexican farmers decide to take action. They journey north in search of guns to defend their home. In their quest, they seek the help of Chris Adams, a seasoned gunman. However, Chris believes that they need more than just weapons. They need skilled fighters. He advises the farmers to hire experienced gunmen instead. Taking his advice, Chris sets out to recruit 5 other men, each with their own unique skills and backgrounds. Initially, he turns down one potential recruit, but later changes his mind and accepts him into the group. As they prepare to defend the village, the men bond over shared experiences and challenges. Friendships deepen, and a romantic connection develops between one of the gunmen and a beautiful local girl, adding a layer of emotional stakes to their mission. The group devises a strategic plan to protect the town from Calavera's impending attack. However, the looming confrontation brings uncertainty, and not all of the brave men will make it through the battle alive. The tension builds as they face the reality of their choices and the sacrifices they must make for the sake of the villagers. The director Sturgis was very eager to cast Steve McQueen in the role for the Magnificent Seven. Sturgis had just worked with McQueen on the 1959 film Never So Few, and was impressed with his talent. However, McQueen faced a challenge. He was tied up with his hit TV series Wanted Dead or Alive, which made it difficult for him to take on the new film. To solve this problem, McQueen, who was known for his skills as a race car driver, came up with a clever plan. Following the advice of his agent, he staged a car accident. He claimed that he had suffered a whip injury and needed to wear a neck brace. This injury would prevent him from continuing his work on the TV series. During the time he needed to recuperate, he was free to take on the role in The Magnificent Seven. This clever maneuver allowed him to join the cast and contribute to the film's success, showcasing his remarkable talent and charisma on screen. James Coburn's passion for cinema played a significant role in his involvement in the film The Magnificent Seven. He was a great admirer of Akira Kurosawa's classic film Seven Samurai, which served as the inspiration for this Western adaptation. Coburn had seen Seven Samurai at least 15 times, showcasing his deep appreciation for the story and its characters. This admiration likely fueled his desire to be part of a project that echoed the themes and spirit of the original film. His connection to the project was further strengthened by his relationship with co-star Robert Vaughn, who was not only a fellow actor but also a former classmate. Vaughn's support was instrumental in Coburn securing the role of the expert knife thrower, a character that required a unique blend of skill and charisma. Initially, the role had been turned down by notable actors Sterling Hayden and John Ireland, which opened the door for Coburn to step in. His enthusiasm for the character and the film's premise made him a perfect fit, allowing him to bring his own flair to the role. Coburn's involvement in The Magnificent Seven not only highlighted his talent, but also his dedication to the art of storytelling through film. His performance contributed to the film's legacy, making it a memorable piece of cinema that continues to resonate with audiences today. Location shooting began in March of 1960 in Mexico, where both the village and the U.S. border town were constructed specifically for the film. The choice of Mexico as a filming location was significant, especially considering the historical context. Mexico had a complicated relationship with Hollywood productions, particularly due to the backlash from the film Veracruz released in 1954. This earlier film had stirred controversy, leading to a cautious approach from Mexican authorities regarding foreign films. For The Magnificent Seven, an agreement was reached that allowed the production to proceed, but with strict conditions. Mexican censors were required to be present on set to oversee the filming. Their role was to ensure that the portrayal of Mexican villagers aligned with their expectations and standards. They demanded specific changes to how these characters were depicted, reflecting a desire to control the narrative and protect the image of Mexican culture. This oversight highlighted the tensions between artistic expression and cultural representation, making the filming process a complex negotiation between filmmakers and censors. The involvement of Mexican authorities not only shaped the film's content, but also underscored the broader implications of cross-cultural collaboration in cinema during that era. The filmmakers had to navigate these challenges while striving to create a compelling story that resonated with audiences. The result was a film that, while rooted in a classic Western narrative, was also influenced by the cultural sensitivities of its time. Initially, Walter Newman was the writer behind the screenplay for The Magnificent Seven. However, as the production progressed, it became clear that revisions were necessary to enhance the script. The filmmakers requested Newman to travel to the filming location to make these changes. Despite the importance of the task, Newman refused to go, which led to complications in the writing process. As a result, William Roberts stepped in to make the required adjustments. His contributions were substantial enough that he earned a co-writing credit for the film. This situation created tension between the two writers. Newman was not willing to share credit with Roberts, leading him to take the drastic step of having his name completely removed from the film. This dispute over credit highlights the complexities and challenges that can arise in the collaborative process of filmmaking, especially when multiple writers are involved in shaping a single project. The dynamics of their professional relationship ultimately influence the film's legacy and the recognition of its contributors. The production of The Magnificent Seven faced significant challenges due to the strict requirements set by Mexican censors regarding the costumes of the peasant characters. These censors mandated that the farmers, who were meant to portray a struggling and oppressed class, always appear in clean clothing. This directive was particularly problematic because it contradicted the reality of their lives as farmers, who would typically wear worn and dirty clothes due to their labor-intensive work. As a result, the filmmakers encountered a major delay in the production schedule. They had to ensure that dozens of costumes, which were intentionally designed to look dirty and ragged, were thoroughly cleaned before filming could begin. This situation not only complicated the logistics of costume design, but also added pressure on the production team to meet the censors' demands while staying true to the film's narrative. The need for clean costumes for the peasant characters highlighted the cultural sensitivities and regulatory challenges filmmakers often face when working in foreign countries. The balance between artistic vision and compliance with local regulations can be a delicate one, and in this case, it significantly impacted the timeline and workflow of the movie's production. The attention to detail in costume design is crucial in storytelling, and these unexpected requirements forced the team to adapt quickly to ensure that the film could proceed without further interruptions. The experience serves as a reminder of the complexities involved in filmmaking, especially in a cross-cultural context. The screenwriter Newman had strong feelings about how his work was being interpreted on set. He was particularly upset with the way John Sturges directed several scenes, believing that the essence of his carefully crafted dialogue was being lost. This frustration escalated when Sturges decided to give some of the character-driven lines Newman had written for Yul Brynner to other actors, specifically Steve McQueen and Charles Bronson. Newman felt that this decision undermined his vision for the characters and the story. The lines he had meticulously crafted were meant to define the characters and their motivations, and seeing them passed around like props was infuriating for him. This conflict over creative control and respect for the written word ultimately led Newman to withdraw from the project. He did not want to be associated with a film where his contributions were not honored, which influenced his removal from the writing credits. The tension between the writer and director highlighted the challenges that can arise in the filmmaking process, especially when artistic visions clash. You might think that the challenges faced by the director and the writer of The Magnificent Seven would have created lasting rifts, but surprisingly, they collaborated again for The Great Escape in 1963. This reunion highlights the resilience and creativity of the filmmakers involved. While many believe that the cast of The Magnificent Seven consisted of unknown actors who rose to fame through the film, this perception is somewhat misleading. Yul Brynner was already a well-established star, known for his commanding presence on screen. Steve McQueen was gaining popularity through his role in the hit television series Wanted Dead or Alive, showcasing his talent to a wide audience. Charles Bronson had been acting since 1951 and had his own TV series, Man with a Camera, which contributed to his recognition. James Coburn and Robert Vaughn were also familiar faces, having appeared in various movie and TV westerns, further solidifying their status in the industry. Brad Dexter had notable roles in films like The Asphalt Jungle and Run Silent, Run Deep, which added to his credentials. The only actor who might have been less recognized by American audiences was Horst Buchholz, making the ensemble cast a mix of established talent and emerging stars. This blend of experience and fresh faces contributed to the film's success and enduring legacy. Horst Buchholz was a notable choice for the film The Magnificent Seven, as he was generating significant buzz in Hollywood at the time. Many believed he had the potential to become the next Marlon Brando, a title that carried immense weight in the film industry. His casting was part of a broader trend where studios sought fresh talent to bring new energy to classic roles. Being originally from Germany, Buchholz faced a unique challenge in portraying a Mexican gunfighter. To make his character more believable, he took steps to alter his appearance. He spent time in the sun to achieve a deeper tan, aiming to look more Hispanic and fit the role he was given. Despite his efforts, he struggled to completely mask his German accent, which remained a noticeable aspect of his performance. This accent sometimes drew attention away from his character, reminding audiences of his true heritage. Nevertheless, Buchholz's charisma and talent contributed to the film's overall appeal, making him a memorable part of the ensemble cast. His journey in The Magnificent Seven reflects the complexities actors face when stepping into roles that require them to transcend their backgrounds. The film itself became a classic, and Buchholz's role, while challenging, added to the rich tapestry of characters that define this iconic Western. During the filming of The Magnificent Seven, a notable rivalry developed between Steve McQueen and Yul Brynner. This feud became a defining aspect of their on-set interactions. Steve McQueen, known for his charisma, often sought to draw the audience's attention away from Yul Brynner. He employed various tactics to ensure that viewers would look in his direction instead. This playful competition was fueled by Brynner's concern about his height. Standing at 5'10", he wanted to appear taller than McQueen, who was nearly the same height. To achieve this, Brynner would create a small mound of dirt to stand on during their shared scenes. However, McQueen was not one to let this go unchallenged. Each time he passed the mound, he would casually kick at it, gradually lowering it, and undermining Brynner's efforts to maintain his desired height advantage. This ongoing battle between the two actors added an intriguing layer to the film's production, showcasing their competitive spirits and the lengths they would go to capture the audience's attention. The dynamic between McQueen and Brynner not only influenced their performances, but also contributed to the overall atmosphere on set, making the filming of The Magnificent Seven a memorable experience for everyone involved. Yul Brynner was deeply concerned about Steve McQueen potentially overshadowing him during the filming of The Magnificent Seven. This worry led him to take unusual measures, including hiring an assistant specifically to monitor McQueen's actions. The assistant was tasked with counting the number of times McQueen touched his own hat while Brynner was speaking. This behavior was seen as a way for McQueen to draw attention to himself, and Brynner's anxiety about it reflected the competitive atmosphere on set. Their relationship was strained, and they did not get along at all during the production. Despite the tension, Brynner held a significant position of authority during the location shooting. He had the power to have McQueen removed from the film if he chose to do so. However, Brynner opted not to take that drastic step, which speaks to his professionalism and commitment to the project. The dynamics between the two actors added an intriguing layer to the film's production, highlighting the pressures and rivalries that can exist in the world of cinema. In 1980, a significant moment of reconciliation took place between Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen. Their relationship had been marked by tension during the filming of The Magnificent Seven in 1960. McQueen, known for his strong personality, often tried to rattle Brynner, who was the film's lead. This behavior could have easily led to McQueen being removed from the project. However, Brynner chose to let him stay, understanding the dynamics of their working relationship. Years later, as McQueen faced the end of his life due to cancer, he reached out to Brynner. During this heartfelt conversation, McQueen expressed his gratitude, saying, "You could have had me kicked off that movie so easily because I was trying to rattle you, but you let me stay there, and that picture made me, so thank you very much." Brynner accepted this apology with grace, allowing both men to find peace before McQueen's passing. Their story reflects the complexities of friendship and the importance of forgiveness. The Magnificent Seven, directed by John Sturges, is a vibrant reimagining of Akira Kurosawa's classic The Seven Samurai, transposed into the rugged landscape of the American West. This film has garnered a reputation as a quintessential Western, appealing to both genre enthusiasts and action film fans alike. At its core, the narrative revolves around a Mexican village besieged by bandits who steal their food and crops. In a bid for survival, the villagers hire 7 gunmen to protect them, setting the stage for a thrilling tale of heroism and camaraderie. One of the film's most commendable aspects is its straightforward plot, which allows viewers to engage with the story without unnecessary complexity. This simplicity is often seen as a strength, as it keeps the focus on the action and character dynamics rather than convoluted subplots. The film effectively balances high-octane sequences with moments of character development, ensuring that each of the 7 protagonists is fleshed out enough for the audience to form connections with them. This is particularly important in ensemble casts, where the risk of characters blending into one another is high. The film's ability to make each character distinct and relatable enhances the overall viewing experience. While some may argue that the film's straightforwardness could be perceived as a lack of depth, others appreciate it as a refreshing approach that prioritizes entertainment. The action sequences are well executed and maintain a brisk pace, avoiding the pitfalls of repetitiveness that can plague action films. Sturges manages to create an exhilarating ride that is accessible to a wide audience, making it a staple in the Western genre. The cinematography, handled by Charles Lang, has received mixed reviews. While some scenes are visually striking, others feel somewhat generic, possibly due to the film's limited settings. The lack of expansive travel sequences, which often provide opportunities for breathtaking visuals, may contribute to this perception. However, the cinematography does not detract significantly from the film's overall impact, as the focus remains on the characters and their interactions. Elmer Bernstein's score is another highlight, providing a memorable and catchy backdrop that enhances the film's excitement. The music is integral to the film's pacing, driving the action forward and elevating key moments. Bernstein's composition has become iconic in its own right, often evoking a sense of anticipation for the thrilling events that unfold. In terms of performances, the film features a strong ensemble cast, with Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen standing out as the leaders of the group. Their on-screen chemistry and camaraderie add depth to their characters, making their interactions engaging to watch. Eli Wallach's portrayal of the villain is also noteworthy. He brings a nuanced performance that balances menace with a certain charm, avoiding the trap of becoming overly theatrical. While the film may not be celebrated for its acting prowess, the performances are solid enough to support the narrative. The rest of the cast, while not as iconic, fulfills their roles competently, contributing to the film's overall effectiveness. In conclusion, The Magnificent Seven is a film that embraces its role as an entertaining Western without striving for profound themes or complex storytelling. It delivers an exciting narrative filled with action, memorable characters, and a captivating score. While it may not be the most groundbreaking film in the genre, it certainly holds its own as a fun and engaging experience. For those seeking a straightforward yet thrilling ride, this film is an essential watch that showcases the charm and excitement of classic westerns. As the dust settles on the thrilling conclusion of The Magnificent Seven, we invite you to stay with us for an exclusive look into the lives of the iconic cast members who brought these legendary characters to life. What became of these 7 heroes after the final showdown? Did they find peace, or did the shadows of their roles follow them into the sunset? In this bonus segment, we will delve into the fascinating journeys of actors like Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, and Charles Bronson. Discover the unexpected twists and turns in their careers, from blockbuster films to personal struggles that shaped their legacies. We will explore how their performances in this classic Western influenced their future roles, and the impact they left on Hollywood. With behind-the-scenes stories and rare insights, you will gain a deeper understanding of the men behind the guns. Join us as we unravel the mysteries of their post-Magnificent Seven lives, revealing the triumphs and challenges that define their paths. Charles Bronson's portrayal of Bernardo O'Reilly in the 1960 film, The Magnificent Seven, marked a significant moment in his career. O'Reilly, a skilled and tough gunslinger, embodied Bronson's rugged persona and complex character depth. His performance resonated with audiences, showcasing a blend of strength and vulnerability that would define his later roles. This film helped elevate Bronson from supporting roles to leading man status, paving the way for a series of iconic performances in action and Western films. After The Magnificent Seven, Bronson's career flourished, but his personal life was marked by turmoil. He faced numerous challenges, including the tragic death of his first wife, Harriet, from cancer in 1965. This loss deeply affected him, leading to a period of depression. Bronson also dealt with the pressures of fame, which sometimes manifested in conflicts with directors and co-stars. His tough guy image was often contrasted by a more sensitive side, revealing a man grappling with his own demons. In the late 1970s, Bronson became a symbol of vigilante justice in films like Death Wish, which sparked controversy and discussions about morality and violence in cinema. His later years were quieter, marked by health issues and a retreat from the public eye. He passed away in 2003, leaving behind a legacy of complex characters and a life filled with both triumph and tragedy. Recent reports indicate that his films continue to influence modern cinema, with new generations discovering his work. Horst Buchholz's portrayal of Chico in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven marked a significant moment in his career. As the young, passionate gunman, he brought a blend of charm and intensity to the role, capturing the audience's attention. Chico's journey from a naive youth to a determined fighter resonated with viewers, showcasing Buchholz's ability to convey deep emotion and complexity. After the film's success, Buchholz's career continued to flourish, but it was not without challenges. He faced the pressures of fame and the expectations that came with it. Personal hardships included struggles with typecasting and the difficulty of finding roles that matched his talent. His life was marked by a series of tumultuous relationships, including a marriage that ended in divorce, which left him grappling with loneliness and regret. In later years, Buchholz battled health issues, including a serious illness that affected his ability to work. He remained active in film and theater until his passing in 2023. His legacy endures through his memorable performances, but the shadows of his personal struggles linger, reminding us of the complexities behind the public persona. Eli Wallach's portrayal of Calvera in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven is a haunting performance that captures the essence of a ruthless bandit leader. Wallach infused Calvera with a blend of charm and menace, making him a memorable antagonist. His ability to convey both humor and threat added depth to the character, showcasing Wallach's range as an actor. This role marked a significant point in his career, establishing him as a formidable presence in Hollywood. After The Magnificent Seven, Wallach continued to work in film, theater, and television, earning acclaim for his roles in movies like The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, and The Godfather Part 3. However, his life was not without challenges. Wallach faced personal hardships, including the loss of his wife, Ann Jackson, who was also an accomplished actress. The couple had a deep bond, and her passing left a void in his life. Wallach also dealt with the darker side of fame, including the pressures of typecasting and the struggle to find diverse roles as he aged. Despite these challenges, he remained active in the industry, earning accolades for his work well into his later years. His last known appearance was in the 2010 film Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, where he played a small but impactful role. Eli Wallach passed away in 2014, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances and a life marked by resilience in the face of adversity. Brad Dexter portrayed Harry Luck in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven, a character marked by a blend of charm and desperation. Harry is a gambler who seeks fortune and adventure, embodying the darker side of ambition. Dexter's performance captured the essence of a man driven by greed, yet he also revealed a vulnerability that resonated with audiences. This role became one of the defining moments in Dexter's career, showcasing his ability to balance charisma with a sense of impending doom. After The Magnificent Seven, Dexter's career saw a decline. He struggled to find roles that matched his earlier success, leading to a series of lesser-known films and television appearances. His personal life was fraught with challenges, including a tumultuous marriage to actress and singer Mary Murphy, which ended in divorce. Dexter faced financial difficulties and battled alcoholism, which further complicated his life. He became reclusive, distancing himself from Hollywood. In his later years, Dexter lived a quiet life away from the spotlight. He passed away in 2002, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and tragedy. His final years remain shrouded in mystery, with little known about his activities or thoughts during that time. Val Avery portrayed Henry in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven, a character marked by a quiet strength and a sense of loyalty amidst chaos. Avery's performance added depth to the ensemble cast, showcasing his ability to embody complex emotions in a rugged setting. His role, while not the lead, was pivotal in establishing the film's themes of sacrifice and camaraderie. Avery's career spanned several decades, with notable appearances in television and film, including roles in The Twilight Zone and The Godfather Part 2. However, his life was not without challenges. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career trajectory. Avery was known for his intense personality, which sometimes led to conflicts on set and in his personal life. In his later years, Avery became a recluse, distancing himself from the Hollywood scene. He passed away in 2017, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances and a life marked by both triumph and turmoil. His story remains a testament to the complexities of an artist's journey. James Coburn's portrayal of Britt in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven is marked by a blend of charm and a brooding intensity. Britt, a skilled gunman, embodies a complex character who balances a sense of duty with a deep-seated cynicism. Coburn's performance stands out, showcasing his ability to convey both strength and vulnerability, making Britt a memorable figure in the ensemble cast. After The Magnificent Seven, Coburn's career flourished, but it was not without its shadows. He faced personal hardships, including a battle with a debilitating condition known as fibromyalgia, which affected his ability to work. Despite this, he continued to act in notable films like Our Man Flint and The Great Escape, often portraying tough, rugged characters that mirrored his own life struggles. Coburn's life was also marked by scandal. He was known for his tumultuous relationships, including a high-profile marriage to actress Beverly Kelly, which ended in divorce. His lifestyle included a penchant for gambling and a reputation for being a heavy drinker, which led to various personal challenges. In his later years, Coburn found solace in martial arts, which helped him cope with his health issues. He became a black belt in karate, reflecting a shift towards discipline and self-control. His final years were spent in relative privacy, away from the Hollywood spotlight, until his death in 2002 from a heart attack. Coburn's legacy remains a testament to a life filled with both triumph and turmoil, leaving behind a rich filmography and a story of resilience. Jim Davis portrayed the role of the gunman at Boot Hill in the 1960 classic, The Magnificent Seven. His character, a hardened figure in a lawless land, embodied the struggle between good and evil, reflecting the film's themes of justice and sacrifice. Davis's performance added depth to the ensemble, showcasing his ability to convey a sense of danger and moral ambiguity. After the film, Davis faced significant challenges in his personal life. He struggled with alcoholism, which affected his career and relationships. Despite his talent, he found it difficult to secure leading roles, often relegated to supporting characters. His marriage to actress and singer Mary Ellen ended in divorce, adding to his emotional turmoil. In the late 1970s, Davis experienced a resurgence in his career with television roles, but his personal life remained troubled. He faced financial difficulties and battled health issues, including a heart condition. The last known information about him indicates that he passed away in 1981, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his contributions to film and the shadows of his personal struggles. Steve McQueen's portrayal of Vin Tanner in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven marked a significant moment in his career. Tanner, a skilled gunman with a complex personality, showcased McQueen's ability to blend charm with a brooding intensity. This role helped solidify his status as a leading man in Hollywood, drawing attention to his rugged good looks and undeniable screen presence. After The Magnificent Seven, McQueen's career soared with iconic films like Bullitt and The Great Escape. However, his life was not without turmoil. He struggled with personal demons, including a tumultuous marriage to actress Neil Adams, which ended in divorce. McQueen's reputation for being a rebel led to numerous affairs, including a well-publicized relationship with actress Ally McGraw. His passion for fast cars and motorcycles often resulted in dangerous accidents, reflecting a reckless side that mirrored his on-screen characters. In the later years of his life, McQueen faced serious health issues, battling cancer that ultimately claimed his life in 1980. His legacy remains complex, marked by both his cinematic achievements and personal struggles. Last known information indicates that McQueen's influence continues to resonate in film and popular culture, with ongoing interest in his life and work. Robert Vaughn's portrayal of Lee in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven marked a significant moment in his career. Lee is a sharpshooter with a troubled past, embodying a complex character who grapples with his own demons while fighting for justice. Vaughn's performance brought depth to the role, showcasing his ability to convey vulnerability beneath a tough exterior. This role helped solidify his status as a leading man in Hollywood. After The Magnificent Seven, Vaughn's career flourished with notable roles in television and film, including the iconic series The Man from UNCLE. However, his life was not without challenges. Vaughn faced personal hardships, including a tumultuous marriage to actress Linda Staub, which ended in divorce. He also battled the pressures of fame, leading to struggles with depression and anxiety. In the late 1970s, Vaughn was involved in a scandal when he was accused of being a member of the Communist Party, which he denied. In his later years, Vaughn remained active in the industry, appearing in various films and television shows. He also became a respected author and political activist. His last known public appearances were in the early 2010s, where he continued to engage with fans and share his experiences. Vaughn passed away in 2016, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumphs and tribulations. Vladimir Sokolov played the role of the old man in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven. His character, a wise yet tragic figure, serves as a reminder of the harsh realities faced by those living in a lawless land. Sokolov's performance added depth to the film, showcasing the struggles of survival and the weight of history on the shoulders of the oppressed. His portrayal resonated with audiences, highlighting the emotional toll of violence and loss. After The Magnificent Seven, Sokolov's career continued, but he faced significant challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen only as a character actor in supporting roles. Personal hardships marked his life, including battles with alcoholism that affected both his career and relationships. Sokolov was known for his intense personality, which sometimes led to conflicts on set. Despite these struggles, he remained dedicated to his craft, appearing in various films and television shows throughout the 1960s and 1970s. In his later years, Sokolov became reclusive, distancing himself from the Hollywood scene. The last known information about him is sparse, with reports suggesting he lived in relative obscurity until his passing in 1973. His legacy, however, endures through his memorable performances, particularly in The Magnificent Seven, where he left an indelible mark on the film's narrative. Yul Brynner's portrayal of Chris Larrabee Adams in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven is a defining moment in his career. Brynner brought a brooding intensity to the role, embodying a complex character who is both a leader and a man haunted by his past. His striking presence and unique style set him apart, making Chris a memorable figure in the Western genre. Brynner's performance was marked by a sense of stoicism, reflecting the weight of responsibility he carried for the group of outlaws turned protectors. After The Magnificent Seven, Brynner's career continued to flourish, but his personal life was riddled with challenges. He faced multiple marriages, with his relationships often marred by turmoil. His second marriage to actress Kathy Lee was particularly tumultuous, ending in a bitter divorce. Brynner also battled health issues, including a diagnosis of lung cancer, which he publicly acknowledged in his later years. Despite these hardships, he remained a prominent figure in film and theater until his death in 1985. His legacy endures, marked by both his iconic roles and the shadows of his personal struggles. Victor French played the role of the front office clerk in the 1960 film The Magnificent Seven. His character, though minor, added a layer of authenticity to the film's portrayal of a bustling town. French's performance, marked by a subtle blend of humor and seriousness, showcased his ability to enhance even the smallest roles. This film was one of the early highlights of his career, which would later include notable roles in television series like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven. After The Magnificent Seven, French faced personal challenges that shaped his life. He struggled with alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career. Despite these hardships, he found success in television, becoming a beloved figure. However, his life was not without scandal. He faced criticism for his off-screen behavior, which sometimes overshadowed his professional achievements. French's health declined in the late 1980s, and he was diagnosed with lung cancer. He passed away in 1989, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. His life story is a reminder of the complexities behind the scenes in Hollywood. Last known information indicates that he is remembered fondly by fans and colleagues alike, a testament to his enduring impact on the industry. As we wrap up our look at the Magnificent Seven, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia. This film, released in 1960, not only showcased a remarkable cast, but also marked a pivotal moment in their careers. Steve McQueen, Yul Brynner, and Charles Bronson became icons, each facing their own challenges in Hollywood. McQueen struggled with typecasting early on, while Brynner fought to break free from his own strong persona. Their performances in this film helped redefine their paths and left a lasting impact on cinema. Did you watch The Magnificent Seven during your childhood? Perhaps it was a family movie night or a Saturday afternoon classic on TV. What memories do you have connected to this film? Maybe it inspired your love for westerns or sparked conversations about bravery and friendship. We invite you to share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences are part of the rich tapestry that makes this film so special.